He's a country music superstar and an entrepreneur with a restaurant chain and his own adult beverage. Forbes magazine recently named him the country's top-earning country star. His new CD is called Clancy's Tavern. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and only Toby Keith. Welcome back, Toby. Great to have you here. What'd you do, bring your own fans with you?
I think
Thank you. I've been doing this show for 3 years. I've never, ever had an audience react to me like that. I just want you to know.
Well, we're lucky to have one, me and you.
Hey, it's great to have you back.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Terrific new album you've got out, Clancy's Tavern. A lot of terrific songs that you've written, and once again, you have proven your songwriting chops. But in doing your songwriting, through the years, people have sometimes taken your lyrics as political statements. And it's been interesting because I think most people who know you and have kind of kept up with you realize you're not that political a person. You don't go out and make a big deal about it. But let's play a little piece from the Taliban song. I want to get a reaction to how that came around. Here we go.
Now they attack New York City. Thought they could win, so they would stand and fight until the very bloody end. Well, Mr. Bush got on the phone with Iraq and Iran and said, now, you know good sons of you better not be doing any business with the Taliban.
That song was really not about Democrats or Republicans. It was about America. But some people said, oh, that Toby, he's a right-wing guy. Does that bother you when people peg you?
That song was actually written about local people in Afghanistan. That song's about a guy who lives in Afghanistan who is leaving during the invasion of the Allied forces, saying, you know, that we've lived under this oppression for a long time, and we know that the U.S. and allies are coming to make it a better place, and I'm getting the heck out of Dodge before they get here. That's all that's about. But funny thing is, we played at a camp called Camp Phoenix, and the PX is where, you know, the PX is where the soldiers buy all their, it's like their little 7-Eleven, right? By the time I got off stage, the local Afghanis that were on the base had bought every one of those Taliban CDs.
Wow. They were gone.
They were gone.
But my point, I think, Toby, is that your music is not written to be pointed politically one way or the other.
No.
And I've always perceived you as an American songwriter, not a right-wing or a left-wing, not so much a Democrat or Republican, though you've identified yourself as pretty much a lifelong Democrat, but really not that into politics.
No, not at all. Father was a Southern Democrat. My grandfather, everybody, there's never been, as far as I know, before me, ever a Republican anywhere in our family.
Yeah.
But,
nor in mine, by the way, just so you'll know. I don't think my parents ever voted for me, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know, see, I grew up like you did in Arkansas, and you, of course, grew up there part of the time, then over in Oklahoma. And we always said there are three great heroes down in the South. Elvis, FDR, and Jesus, not necessarily in that order. So you kind of get the picture.
Robert E. Lee had been there somewhere.
Robert E. Lee. Let's talk about songwriting. How do you go about it? Because when I hear the lyrics of your songs, they're earthy, and they're about people that I can see in my mind. How did that gift develop in you?
At a very early age, maybe 6th grade or something, one of my elementary teachers told my parents, my dad would work in the oil field, and they said, in our creative writing sessions, he shines. Said his creative writing skills need to be watched because he knows what he's doing. He's got a brilliant creative type mind when he's writing these fiction stories. And it just blossomed after I got a guitar and started trying to write songs. It just showed back up. And I don't know, it's like, I tell people it's like an involuntary muscle movement, like blinking your eyes. You don't count how many times you do it. You don't notice yourself doing it. But you do it hundreds of thousands of times a day, whatever, right? And I hear people talk, I experience life, and I constantly find myself thinking, is that a song? Is there a song in that? Could that be a song? And then when I find something that intrigues me, then I write it.
Well, it's great stuff. And by the way, you've gone way beyond songwriting. You now have your own brand of an adult beverage. I have some of it here. It's called Wild Shot. It's not opened, by the way. And there is a catalpa worm down on the bottom of this stuff. It's mezcal. Now, how in the world did you get into this?
Well, it's a magic elixir, Hucks.
Is it Baptist friendly?
No,
I didn't think so.
It's not the good Lord's wine, but it'll cure coughs and colds and sneezes and hay fever.
And what the heck is that little worm in there for?
It's symbolic. It's the Mexican nationals drink it, sip on it instead of shooting it like tequila or margaritas and stuff that people drink in the bars. Before they go to bed at night, they pour a little and sit around and sip it. It's like Mexican moonshine.
Is that what that is? I'm going to let the audience have it. It's not me, but the little worm in there, I guess he's good and dead by now, isn't he?
Yeah,
I think what that proves is if you drink this stuff, you won't have worms. Is that
I think if you ever do get to the bottom of it, I don't think the worm even matters.
Well, Toby and I are going to play the title track from his brand new CD called Clancy's Tavern when we come back. You are not going to want to miss it. A great song. Back with Toby Keith. He's got a brand new CD. It's called Clancy's Tavern. By the way, all the members of the audience will be getting their own copy of Clancy's Tavern when they leave here today. Toby, tell me about the name of, or the theme of this song. This is about your grandmother, isn't it?
Yeah, she had a tavern in Fort Smith, Arkansas.
And she was not named Clancy, so how did Clancy's Tavern come by its name?
She was a widow, but my grandfather nicknamed her Clancy because she ran a bar. And she wouldn't let him call her that, but she let her grandkids call her that. And so instead of it, she took over a business that was very successful and left the name out front. It was a supper club. And so I couldn't call it that because Billy Garner wasn't it was Billy Garner Supper Club, and she wasn't my grandma. So I said, let's call it Clancy's Tavern. But I brought all the real people with me.
But it's a true story.
True story.
Every bit of this is really
all
kind
these
of
people
like...
have names and faces, but we've just brought the bar back to life.
Well, you're going to let me play it with you. Let's do Clancy's
Ready?
Tavern.
1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3.
Any minute to 5 o'clock, crowd will be coming. Taps will be flowing with beer. Man, a cigarette smoke is soon to be rising, and at 5:30 Clancy gets here. She knows all their faces, she's practically raised them, and that's why they're loyal and true. They pay their tab, and that pays a light bill, and she keeps their glass full of brew. And the welders and the drivers and the old 9-to-5ers and the regular Joes of the world, singing here's to you, Clancy, in your neighborhood tavern. Pour me another, my girl. A waitress named Lily, she shows up at 7 to make sure the service is great. And there's a black dude named Elmo that cooks in the kitchen, burgers and chicken fried steak. Hey, around 9 o'clock, the band will start playing and the music will fill up the air. Then they'll take a break every 45 minutes, and the jukebox takes over from there. And the welders and the drivers and the old 9-to-5ers and the regular Joes of the world, singing here's to you, Clancy, in your neighborhood tavern. Hey, pour me another, my girl. Hey. $1:35 and last call's upon us. It's time to settle the score. Won't you call me a cab and bring me my tab? And while you're at it, hey, bring me one more. She's cleaned the last table and shined up the bar. It's late and everyone's gone. Then she'll cock her pistol and count all her money and drive that old Chrysler back home. And the welders and the drivers and the old 9-to-5ers and the regular Joes of the world, singing here's to Clancy in your neighborhood tavern, pour me another, my girl. Yeah, good night, sweet Clancy in your neighborhood tavern. We'll see you tomorrow, my girl.
Toby Keith, everybody. The album is called Clancy's Tavern. One of the great collections. You're going to want to get a copy of Clancy's Tavern. I hope you do. Until next week, from New York, this is Mike Huckabee from the Fox News Studios. Good night, and God bless.